Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your daily dose on the channel. Today, we are going to have some guest accounts. We are going to be showcasing the Generation 6 heroes. So, big shout out to Krul or whatever your name is. We're going to call you Mr. K. Mr. K, we have your account today, and of course, woof, what an entrance! The waifu nation has been united. Big Mama Q, alluring as she is, of course. Now, interestingly enough, you've set her up. Okay, all right. Interesting. So you were going to go with the Generation 5 weapon, the Sky Piercer on her. Okay. Well, obviously, we know there's going to be a WU Nation account. We are going to do a couple of testings, but before we might as well jump into where is it? We might do these individually. We'll see how we go. Just because we might be able to get every single nation to test. I don't want to throw that out the window. We are going to be doing a Shu Nation Peng Tong as well at some point today or tomorrow. But she is a very interesting hero. So she was predominantly a healer. So interesting though. So she deals magic damage to 2 random columns of enemies. So she attacks 4 enemies basically, or up to 4 enemies. Heals the ally with the lowest HP and increases their defense by 25% for 1 round. So she does damage this time instead of just being a healer. Very interesting. So her rage ability deals magic damage to, again, 2 columns. Interesting. 30% chance to inflict seduce. Ooh, interesting. Last one's round. 30% chance to inflict enemy with glass. So I was going to say class then, but it says glass. The last 2 rounds, inflicting all enemies with blaze. Burns 200% attack, ignores defense, chance to crit. Interesting. Okay. All right. 30% chance to crit on the burns. So that's actually on the burns themselves that can crit. So if you do scale a hero with high crit damage, then that will potentially do more damage. Last 2 rounds, heal self and nearby units for the attack percentage of that healing. 100% of excess healing will be converted into a shield. So if they're already at full health, basically they're going to get a shield out of that rage ability attack, and of course the burns that are inflicted upon it. Increases all allies damage reduction, pretty standard. Glass, 20% of damage dealt by the affected enemy will be inflicted on all other enemies. So it's kind of like a pixie reflection, or yeah, it is actually a little bit like Pixie's reflection, a little bit like the Fire Deity's reflection as well. But it is spread out of 20%. I wonder if it's 20% of damage. Does that mean everyone equally gets it, or do the remaining targets get more damage, or do they still get the 20%? That's an interesting thought. But it is spread between them, so that's okay. It's a little bit like reflection. 20% of damage is reflected. Unable to take action. And we all love Seduce. Come on, we all love Seduce. Dong. I mean, I have it on Dank Stash. I feel like there's a couple of heroes that actually shine with the Seduce, but Dank Stash is really good with that one. But I like the idea. She'd be a slot 1 hero. She would literally be a slot 1 hero later on. You might need to build her up to a little bit of a higher star level so her accuracy and survivability is there, but she is certainly a slot 1 hero with a full hatred weapon. So Seduce basically prevents them from attacking. Now her rage ability also does seduction as well, which is kind of huge. Now her rage and ultimate can potentially hit different columns, so remember that as well. You can potentially spread this and seduce every single person on the team for 1 round. Again, a slot 1 hero replacing Lusu, in my opinion. Of course, she does do a burn ability as well. 30% chance to inflict enemy with glass. Again, we know what glass does, which is reflect damage. Inflict all enemies with blaze. So she's literally a replacement to Lusu. I would say that hands down replace Lusu with this one if you are wondering. Maybe Sun Luban, of course, because it's the Generation 1 hero and she's a little bit weak, but I mean, yeah, you can definitely see where the game is going with a lot of these heroes. Chance to crit, of course, it's just pretty much her Divine Dance is a better version than her Rage ability. So she burns them, she juices them, seduces them, she adds shields, and she heals up to 4 of our heroes in the back row. It is a random healing ability, I think so. Converts rage, does damage reduction, damage increase. And then, of course, her passive ability. This is where things get a little bit juicier. Big Mumma increases her effect accuracy by 15% and heal increase by 20%. When an enemy's burn effect expires, heal the one ally with the lowest HP. Now, this is probably going to be a problem because I don't believe her. I don't think on a WU team the enemies is ever going to expire with the burns inflicted upon them, or if it's only the burns that she inflicts upon them. This will be curious to see. Heal the one ally with the lowest HP by 10%. And of course, that converts into a shield effect up to 2 times per round. Very interesting. When Big Mumma is attacked, she has a 30% chance to inflict the glass ability. Again, reflecting 20% of damage back to all units. If you deploy two or more than two WU heroes, okay, of course everyone's going to be doing that. Alluring formation will be triggered. Ooh, increase all allies' burn accuracy by 70% and crit resist by 15%. When an ally attacks, for every enemy inflicted with burn, this attack will additionally deal additional true damage. Okay, so true damage is basically what that sounds like. There is no mitigating force within the game to prevent them from receiving that damage, unless of course they have the shield and all of the other beasts and stuff like that. But basically, there's no way to prevent them from getting damaged outside of the invulnerabilities. True damage. Once the third round begins, all allies will deal 10% more damage to enemies inflicted with burn. All enemies will lose 10% damage reduction instantly, and damage reduction after every round up to 30%. It's interesting. A lot of people are probably going to ask in the tooltip, increase all allies' burn accuracy by 70% and crit resistance by 15%. I'd say that there's probably a formula in the game that determines whether or not a enemy is burnt. And I'd say that that's probably why they're talking about burn accuracy. I know a lot of players probably don't even think about it because they just do the attack and then everyone gets lit on fire. But potentially, that's telling me that there might be resistance to burns later on in the game, or it's already happening and we just haven't noticed it yet. But either way, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to burn the enemy. All right, so you get an extra 70% of burn accuracy. And of course, crit resistance is important because her burns now have a crit element. So if you are going to build this lovely Big Mumma Q, I would recommend stacking crit damage on her. I would absolutely recommend stacking anything or everything that has a crit damage feature. There can be these ones. Some of these ones have them. I don't think these ones actually have individual crit damage on them. Let's have a look at your statistics though. What's your crit damage like? Crit strength. So crit damage is crit strength, just in case people don't know. So you got 28%, so you must have an innate ability in you to have crit strength then. Let me have a look. Now I'm curious. You have crit resistance, penetration. Where did you get your crit strength from? Maybe it's your gear. Is it? No, I don't think it's your gear. Curious, very curious. Where did you get your crit strength from? Maybe it's you know what? It's probably your beast gear. It's probably your beast gear and other stuff as well. But that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'd be curious to see just how high you could get her crit strength up. I don't think there's too many weapons that give crit strength though. From my memory, it doesn't. It seems like crit and accuracy, not the actual damage multiplication when you crit. But what everybody's probably wondering is, can we do some PvE? Let's test her out with let's just test her out with a little bit of PvE/PvP. You're already at 900 billion, so the only ones that you can realistically fight is yourself. Now you have that in slot 1, perfect. Interesting. Okay, let's give this a go. You definitely want to have her in slot 1. Like that's a no-brainer. Before we start, we're gonna speed this up to come on here, +4. Let's go. +5. I want to see exactly what she does. I mean, offensively speaking, you could always just run a tactic on her that does damage. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. Ooh, Fire Deity. Yes. Oh, yeah, she got the seduce off. She'd actually be really, really, really good with the Deception build. Inferno and Deception Talismans on this one would be very good. If you don't know what that does, it's pretty much guaranteed rage stacks. So she would always be able to do her rage ability, depending on if she killed things. Though there is a little bit of a there's a little bit of a caveat with that one, but that could be interesting because her burns have the potential to kill. She's very strong with that seduction. Have you got Lu Ming? Of course you do. Yes, you do. You have him at 3 star. Okay. All right. Pretty even at the moment. Pretty even at the moment. Oh, you got silenced. That's not good. Oh, wow. Oh, that seduction. I mean, she's a bit squishy, but that seduction, plus with the mutability from the Sky Piercer. Hmm. Who is going to win? Well, obviously you're going to win. But which one of you is going to win is the question. You're using Heaven's Inferno? Okay, interesting. Of course, for the burn ability and the damage bonus. You do. I mean, Wu Nation is very annoying. I know a lot of players have gone over to Shu Nation, because it's Shu Nation. I think we all know the reason why. Um, isn't stronger than Wu though. I feel like if on equal terms, Wu's probably. Let's see. It'll be a hardcore. I wonder if we can fight anyone else. We'll have to track them down to see if anyone else built. See if anyone else built some of the Generation Sixes, and we can verse them. Oh no! Well, the burns are the burns are killing us. Do you see? Yeah, all the burns are killing us. Sanuban, though, surprisingly, is the one that stayed alive for like a split second. But interesting, interesting, very interesting, and she does some pretty good healing. And of course, Lu Ming is, yeah, we all know who Lu Ming is. But Sun Jiang, as tanky as he can be, he's going to do a lot of damage regardless. I think we all know he's the carry hero for the nation until you can 7 star Lu Ming, and then he pretty much outclasses all of them. But alluring Big Mumma Q, solid, solid statistics. Took a beating, really, I feel like she's more support, but she does do damage. She does do damage, which is quite nice for this nation. Let's have a look to see if we can fight some other ones as well. Did you do the trials yet? No, you did not. Let's see how we go with this. Let's see some PvE situations. So you're doing the 2 stars here. Let's see. Let's how we go with this one. I want to see, mainly because she's probably not going to die early on. Like, fingers crossed. It'll be interesting to see what statistics we can get out of her. Slot 1, though. Definitely would say slot 1 for that seduction and that double hatred ability. Oh, yeah. She definitely seduces them. It would be pretty cool if she could do like a back to back. You know what I mean? Like Dank Stash and War God and Tashi Shi and all the good ones. But she does one in a row, so it is worth running her hatred. Anything that gives her full hatred is definitely worth it, I think. And she does have the mutability from that halberd. Oof. Elusu with the fire. Let's see what she does next. I mean, she set them all on fire. She double muted too, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, she's kind of squishy though. Like, if you notice, she's like barely hanging on right now. She's about to die. And of course, at the end of the round, she can heal the weakest hero, and she gives shielding effects. She did manage to get through there. Like she's okay. So technically, she's the best one. She didn't do the most damage, but look at them heal. It was 118. She took an absolute thrashing. My gosh, look at that. Like damage wise, mitigation. She took it all. Oh, I think she's going to be an absolute nightmare. When she gets to 7 star, I don't think she's not gonna be. That seduction. We're gonna have a look afterwards just to see how high we can get that, or how high the seduction chance gets. I think it'll be 50% at 7 star. If it's already 30% at 0 star. So she basically seduced 3 enemies and shut them down for round one. I have a feeling that if you were gonna go like a split nation, now would be the time. I would run a hybridation with Big Mumma and Xiao Um, I would definitely do a Shu Wu nation. Yes. Yes, I would, Other Barry. If you had the money to do it, I definitely feel like she would be a very, very versatile team. Who else would I run? I mean, Sun Jiang's kind of a no-brainer if you get him to 7 star. Big Mama Q, Sun Jiang, Xiao probably Lu Meng would have to be in there. And then, of course, Wei Yan. Lu Meng and Wei Yan would be a pretty lethal combination. Um, and then for the MC, who would be run as the MC? Hmm. I mean, Sharpie still works. Definitely still works as the MC. She's doing a lot of damage. I should have probably looked at that, but it doesn't seem like they're struggling at all to clear this, which is pretty it's pretty good. Pretty good. So Lu Ming, Wei Yang, Zhao Yun, Big Mama Q. Who else could we run? The MC could be Xiao P, of course, for the paralysis. Can't really hurt. Although ideally, I'd probably run a double Big Mama Q. Look at all. Could you imagine the level of seduction? That would be crazy. Um, ah, still, still, I wonder though. Could you get away with it? Could you run? Could you run Peng Tong as the MC? Because all it says is if you've got two members, you get the Alluring Beauty. So Peng Tong's ability is probably two Shu members. So imagine if you ran Peng Tong as the MC and you ran Big Mama. And then who would your last one be? I mean, Wei Yan does make sense. Um, I would say Gong Sung, but he really needs to be in slot 1 because that's where he's going to get the most damage. He basically can wipe out whole columns. If you get him to 7 star and you build him super high offensive, I'd say he does. He would probably realistically do more damage than Zhao Yun. Because he's so consistent. But who else could we run? Who else could we run? He's like, they're probably yelling at me like, you got to show how much damage they're doing. Yeah, I know. I'm just watching. Don't worry. I have a pretty good understanding of who's doing the most damage. It's not her. But we'll have a look this time. But I'm thinking, yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, definitely Wei Yan is up there because he can. Yes, Lu Ming and Wei Yan, they seem like a pretty lethal combination. I maybe a time hero, maybe the next generation time hero would be the ultimate ability. And if anyone's curious, I would say the end game meta is going to be split nations. I don't think it's going to be you know, a solo nation anymore. If you really wanted to get to like the meta of the game. Not that everybody chases that, but oh no. Oh no, we finally found somebody that could potentially defeat us. And then Sun Jian just kills everyone. I said Sun Jian just kills everyone. You're supposed to do it, man. No, Lu Ming's gonna kill everyone. 50-50 says he does, actually. He's probably gonna kill quite a few right now. Yeah. Oh, you gotta love him. And her ability's still there, apparently, to heal. Interesting. Interesting. So at the end of the round, you see those little fireballs that come back? I believe that's a part of her ability. Let's have a look to see though. We already know who's gonna do that. It's definitely gonna be Lu Meng. All right. Last but not least, let's do the lucky last one. What are you? You're already at 2 star. Let's see if we can beat you at 3 star within 4 rounds. This could be interesting. Sadly, you're against Lu Bu, and he's a pain in the ass if he can kill you. And then we can do some PvE. Sorry, we can do some PvP after this, and then we will end the video shortly thereafter. But let me know in the comment section down below. Are you going to be building these heroes? Because if you look at it from a perspective of value, even if you get them at 0 star, they do seem to be pretty versatile. I mean, a 0 star is her seduction level is pretty damn good. It's like a raw 30%. Like yeah, yeah. I do have to admit she's pretty cool. I am impressed. A lot of people said she was amazing. I cannot wait to try Hao Tao. If anyone has Hao Tao that's building him, I would love to test him out. And of course, Zhen Ji as well for the Wei Nation. I know she's probably the least talked about one, but I imagine she probably does quite a lot anyway. Can we get a explosion from our waifu? All right, kill everyone now. Come on, Big Mama. You got this. I want to see like massive damage. Kill the last two. Oh no, she didn't. Lu Meng went. Oh, she got one. She's not really a bursty DPS. She's not. She's more about spreading the love. You know what I mean? She's all about spreading the love. She still heals quite a lot. She's not this. And you gotta remember, she's 0 star. Okay, she's her base form. She's only gonna get stronger. Pretty impressive. Let's do some PvP now. Is there anyone? Is there anyone that you need to defeat, or that you can defeat? Is there anyone that we can upset? No, you are the strongest in the arena. That is fine. Let us go to the glory hall. Let us look upon the glorious hall. Oh, you got a new zone. Oh, you reached the high zone. Ah, of course you did. No, we can't reset it. So let us have a look in the ranking cross server. You're around 1 trillion power. Oh, you're with Master Opus. Interesting. Desmond's there. Nyx, you would be close to being able to fight this one. Woof. Oh, that's a scare. This is a scary team, ladies and gentlemen. That's a very scary team. That's a very scary team. All right, let's see how we go. Are you a little bit stronger? No. Okay, so they're gonna go first. Interesting. We'll vary it up a little bit just because that Zhang Fei is gonna kill us all. I'm gonna predict that in 3, 2, 1. We're all about to get evaporated. uh, Except for, of course, Sun Jiang, because he can't die, but the rest of us can die. And it's going to be awkward. I can't wait for, Oh, we survived! And then we died. Damn it. Damn it, game. You had my hopes up. You had my hopes up. But now we're probably all going to die. Interesting. You're running Zhao Yun in slot 3. Okay. Alright, well, he's paralyzed, but it's not really going to make any difference. Yeah, I reckon on that ultimate team, definitely going to have to be Wei Yan. Let us know in the comment section down below. I'm going to be talking about this throughout all of the videos, what the ultimate combination teams could be. But I'd be curious to see, what do you think the ultimate Wu / other nation would be? Everyone's going to say Shu, but you never know. You could really spice things up. If you know anything about the game, you could talk to me about it. I love to interact. I love to theory craft too. Zhao Dun could be an absolute monster with this team, with the ability to literally shut down hatred abilities. He could really be a game breaker. I mean, nobody really talks about Wei Nation. Interesting. All right. I don't think we're going to be able to win this one. Lu Meng might pull out a. He might pull something off and kill someone, but. No, not today. Not today. Not today. He did kill a couple of them, though. Interesting. Jiang Wei. Ooh, I would not have picked that. I would not have picked that. I mean, he's pretty much just got shot down every single round by Xiao Pi, which is kind of intense. But yeah, let's go fight some other people. Let's find some people around the same power level. Du-du-du. This one would be very, very close. Let's go. 959. I think he's just a little bit better than us in terms of power. Again, Shoe Nation. Although you are running Oda. Brave choice, sir. Brave choice. Ultimately, though, the new Yin and Yang weapon will be quite interesting on the Generation 6. I feel like that's probably a potential there as well. Oh, you've got the new mythic, the Dragon Talisman. Or tactic, I should say. Interesting. Oh, yes. Get that allure off. Oh, you shut him down. Oh, yeah, Sky Piercer works. Sky Piercer works. Of course, Xiao Un has this ability to stun people because he's a pain in the ass. Um, I wonder if he's going to pop off one more time. Nope, he didn't. He only got two that time. So inconsistent he is. So inconsistent. If you were like going to say, oh, he's going to carry the team. No, he's not going to carry the team. He really doesn't. He might surprise you one in every 10 battles and he just wipes out the other team, but the reality is no. He's not carrying this team. He doesn't carry Shoe Nation. Which is kind of sad. Kind of sad. It's okay. We're still going to build him on the Building Way account. We already have everything needed to get him up there. Oh, that reflection was nasty. That reflection was nasty. Sun Laban, surprisingly, still alive. Xiao Pi with the paralysis. Demon's Roar. Haven't seen you around for a little while. Interesting choice. Not a bad way to shut down some rage ability. Oh, did you see the kill ability from old mate Greedy Guts? That was pretty awesome. I mean, look, he's still going 5 times in a row, and he can't kill anyone. Did you see that? He legitimately went like 5 times, didn't kill anyone. Uh, you had your moment in the sun, but I think you might have lost it. You had that one opportunity, and I don't know. Yeah, you're not going to get another one. It's probably game over for the other team. But in saying that, GG, that burn at the end, that was pretty lethal. Again, Big Mumma Q, solid healing, solid team support. 1 star, not even a 1 star, sorry, a 0 star. Of course, Sun Jiang, we all know exactly what he's going to do. Let's have a look down here. Fire Deity doing pretty solid. Night Tatway, of course, is probably not at the same star level. Let's have a look on the enemy team. Wei Yang, whew, what a beast. What a beast. Yeah. All right, well, we'll do a little bit of a review. Let's see exactly what she can get to when she does have all of her abilities up. Let's have a look at your info. Let's have a look at your... We'll go with you. We'll have a look at you first. What do you get at Skydance? Dance, so that's Divine Dance. So this is 0 stars. Let's have a look at you at 3 stars, maybe. I'm just looking at the seduction chance. 45% chance, a 40% chance to inflict seduction. What do you have at the last 7 star? Oh my gosh, there's just freaking scroll through an eternity. 50% chance to inflict seduce. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty strong. 50% chance at 7 star, which we all know is ultimately the end game. I think it goes to 40% at 3 star, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look to see here if the percentages go up. Yep, 40, and then the last is going to be 50 as well. Interesting. She's going to be a nightmare. Because there's no way to mitigate seduce. She is going to be a menace to society if she can get those ones off. Overall, thank you so much. I love your account. Would I do any adjustments from my personal opinion? Um, if you were going to run anything on her, I would actually run the seduction on her as well. I would run glamour on top of that instead of running the wave breaker. And the obvious reason is she is slot one, so she has even higher chances to seduce. So if you don't know, glamour basically targets. Let me have a look what that one does. I'm pretty sure it targets one hero. It's a random one. Okay. So what do you think about that? If you think about that, if she can like maybe glamorize four and then she does seduce, okay, she procs the old glamour. It's not going to go on the same target, which means you basically can shut down five round one and round two and every other round after that. That'll be interesting. I would do that. I would swap that up. I would run seduce on her. Let me know if you want to do that though. Let me know how that pans out. In terms of this, I probably would run deception and inferno on her. And the reason being is you want to have her with maximum rage. When you build her above 0 star though, you can probably just keep those ones on. I'd say you're running that on Lu Meng. Yep. You're running deception. Firewatch. I would not run Firewatch on Lu Meng. I would run Inferno. Do you have Inferno? You do. I would run Inferno and Deception together because they are meant to be run together. I would switch Firewatch to probably her. I would run Firewatch on her because she has the ability to burn. Lumeng doesn't. 30% chance to inflict burn skill to be extended for 1 round. I would do that particularly because of her burn skill ability. Um, Yes, that's how I would run that. But anyway, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want to build a Woo Nation now, having seen exactly what Big Mama can do? And what would your perfect hybrid be? And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button. Jump into our Discord in the link in the description field below. If you see me on Facebook, don't be afraid to add me as a friend and say hello there. But until next time.